welcome back to Healthy Kids Lunches. I'm Jess, and today I wanted to talk about sauces, dips, and dressings in your lunchbox. I post pictures of lunches pretty much every day on my blog or Facebook, and my kids often have salads or some sort of vegetable. I mean, every day they have a vegetable in their lunch, but often the vegetable is a salad. And the salad dressing is in this little container. And these containers are the #1 most asked about item on the blog. So I thought I should devote a blog post to talking about these containers and other dips and dressings and sauces that I put into their lunches, because using sauces is a great way to get your kids to eat more vegetables. First, let's talk about these little containers. They are absolutely fantastic. I got mine from Amazon about 2 years ago, and I'll post a link in this blog post on healthykidslunches.net. So I got mine about 2 years ago, and they're still in really fantastic shape. Now, I got some other different types of little sauce containers also that are really cute, but let me tell you, do not buy these because the plastic is thin and they tend to tear right at the shoulder of the bottle. So there are definitely varying qualities of containers, little sauce containers that you can get. And these are the ones that I recommend. They come in a rectangular shape, they come in a fishy shape, they come in a little piggy shape. So these are the ones to get. To fill up these containers, you could squeeze the container and suck the liquid right into it, but I find that that's very messy, and you have to put the dressing into a little bowl to suck it up. It's time consuming. We're trying to make lunches in 5 minutes a day or less in the morning. So a much faster and cleaner, easier method are to use these sauce containers. These are like condiment holders that, you can find these bottles all over the place. I think I got this at Target, but I know that they're on Amazon. Sometimes I even see them in the grocery store over the summer with the picnic and barbecue food. So if you have a container like this, you can make your dressing right in this container, and then from this container, you can pour the dressing right into the little container. We have a lot of containers going on today on the blog. And then you have this perfect little dressing container. To wash these out, which is another question that I get a lot on the blog about these containers, I actually just put a little drip of soap into them when they're empty and some water, shake it around, and then rinse it out with clean water. And I hang them to dry on my dish rack. So they're really fantastic and easy to use, and I highly recommend them. In terms of other sauces and condiments that you might put into lunch boxes, there are various other containers that work really great. Of course, the Yum Box is leak-proof, so you could put liquids right into this, but it's one of the few lunch boxes that is truly leak-proof, so pretty much all the rest of them need leak-proof containers inside of them. Most lunch boxes that you get, like the Planet Box and the Easy Lunch boxes, come with containers that fit right inside of them. So the Planet Box has the Little Dipper and the Big Dipper, and these are leak-proof, and they're great, and I use them all the time. For example, I've used the Little Dipper in this lunchbox with my tzatziki sauce because the tzatziki sauce that I made is a little runny, and so I'll just put the top on this and close the lunchbox, and I won't have to worry about it leaking. The Easy Lunch boxes also have these plastic containers that come with them to make for leak-proof dips or sauces. And actually, these also fit into the Planet boxes. So sometimes you can use one accessory from one lunchbox successfully in another lunchbox. I also would recommend these little containers, which I use for ketchup and mustard and various other things. They come in a 4-pack on Amazon. Again, I'll link to the Amazon product on the blog. And a lot of times I use them for ketchup and mustard. So in this lunchbox here, we have leftover chicken, and a little ketchup to dip in. Now, I try not to give my kids too much ketchup because of the sugar content in ketchup, and that's why I think the size of these is just perfect. It's really about 1 serving of ketchup. These olives are in mini cupcake liners, which you can pick up anywhere, and a lot of times Target will have kind of seasonal ones or really fun ones, so they have different patterns on them. You can buy a pack of 50 or 100, and that will last you probably for a year or 2. I also use the silicone cups with thicker dips. This dip is actually an onion dip, And the recipe is from 100 Days of Real Food. I highly recommend this cookbook by Lisa Leake from 100 Days of Real Food because it's way more than just a cookbook. It's a step-by-step manual for transitioning your family from processed foods to whole foods. And there's also some fantastic recipes in it, like the recipe that I used to make this onion dip. Now, when it comes to vegetables, using a dip is one way to motivate your child to eat more vegetables. Of course, you don't want to go overboard on the dip so they have all dip and no vegetables, but it is really a good kind of transition from no vegetables to maybe trying a new vegetable with a dip that they like. Some vegetables also do really well if they're steamed or blanched first, so they're just a little bit softer. This broccoli, for example, I just steamed it for about 4 minutes or so, and it doesn't have that really hard crunch, which my 5-year-old still hasn't progressed out of her toddler years and likes her food a little softer. And I don't blame her, I kind of like it like this too. You could also, these carrots were not steamed, but they could be. And it might just be one way that you can get your kids to eat more vegetables. Try steaming or blanching them just a little bit, just to take the edge of the crunch off, and then give them an awesome dip. The next little compartment over here just has almond butter with apples, which is a really complete snack. That's an overview of how I use sauces and dips and dressings in lunch boxes. I'd love to see what you're doing. Please post to our Facebook page, follow us on YouTube, check out our blog, healthykidslunches.net, and be a part of our active and growing community. Working together, we can all help each other pack healthier lunches for our children. Thanks. See you next time.
Like if you don't have to pick them up.
Right.
And you maybe just point to it. Is that...
I also use these silicone cups.